So Alexander has mentioned here, starting with a minimal approach and gradually evolving is a great and only working strategy. By focusing on the essential aspects and iterating as needed, we can avoid unnecessary complexity and adapt more effectively. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think there are people though that would say this is not true. We can define a bunch of things up front, and this evolutionary design leads to too much rework. There are plenty of people that say that. Too much rework. You're wasting time reworking. You could have done a little bit more planning up front, and this is all nonsense. That's why Agile's going down.
I love the book. There's How Big Things Get Done. It's a great book about mega projects. I would suggest everyone reads it. And first of all, it's like the chance that a mega project is going to work out is very low, but some mega projects work out better than others. For example, solar arrays and solar plants have a much greater chance of success than nuclear power plants, for example. And he lists a bunch of principles, modularization being one of them. There's certain types of guidance and things that you can do. It was an eye-opening book because we sort of, he has a point in the sense we you know, here we are building something that's going to make a company $1 million, and there's a company, you know, doing couple $billion mega project. And we think we can't plan for our $1 million thing. And it's like, well, actually, I don't know. But what I loved about his principles, he has one in there about thinking slow and acting very fast. And was this idea that when we think about planning, we think about coming up with all these assumptions and making the big Gantt chart and doing that. And what he calls planning is actually like an active thinking process. It's rehearsal. And he references, I think someone you've referenced he calls it Pixar planning, which is when they're working on a Pixar movie, you know, they're meeting each week, they're sort of showing a revision of the movie, and they're going through this process of being able to rehearse, in a sense, what they're doing. The opposite of it is, he says, the mega projects, that because time is such a factor, you need to finish the mega project very quickly. Otherwise, there'll be an earthquake or there'll be a tsunami or something's going to happen to be able to do it. What I love, though, is he applies it to software and accepts that in software, what we're often doing is rehearsal. It's like a continuous rehearsal with what we're doing to be able to get that. And so I like that a lot, because I think that people, you know, we're thinking about our software projects, and then someone will say, well, you know, could we just plan a little bit more here? I think what they're saying is, could we do some participatory rehearsal here more?
Right.
And so I think that they might have a point if that's what they mean, but that's often not what they mean. Right. And so I think that that's the, I don't know if that makes any sense. But I think that's what's going on with that. Like, I think some people do have a point that we could do an event storming activity, that we could try to rehearse this effort. We could think, why not spend a couple days sort of exploring the universe of potential outcomes here to inform our approach, to rehearse, to go through the motions.
Yes.
It seems like an inexpensive thing to do, but also it's starting minimally.